Yo. So today dude, I am so confused right now because let me open my phone. This number, um, hold on. Transform this no. Okay, I think I fucked it up again. I'm gonna be uploading this raw because I think it's funny and unique, and I'm lazy. All right, this number, which is LA Fitness, called me. What time was it? Hold on. At 8:21, the number right there above my dad's called me at 8:21. The very top number called me at I called back at 8:45 cuz I'm low on money, so I called my dad to for SSID funds, which he did. Um the issue is they fucking tell me at 9 a.m., which is 9 a.m. right now, that they don't have a sales rep and the sales rep appears at 9 a.m. Also, there's not a single cancel subscription on their app. I looked everywhere on this app. There's even an opt out option in the app, which I activated because it's under the California law. But the fact is, there should be a button that allows me to cancel subscription in my membership card where I go to view membership card. They should have a fucking cancel subscription there, like any other thing where I go to find where my subscriptions are. The fact that they don't is abysmal dog shit. And so, it's 9:01 a.m. And I'm going to call this fucker and cancel my subscription. But first, I gotta make sure my uh excuse me, money's in because he said my dad would do it. My dad said he'd get that from the my SSD, but I haven't really seen the transfer yet. He's a busy man though, because he's teaching kids and stuff because he's a teacher, and they have tests right now. But the issue is, the money will appear, and I want the shit canceled. Hmm. I'm gonna mute myself, but it's gonna be I'm gonna put my phone on on this over here as evidence that that I am making double checking that money is put in. But I'm gonna mute myself for privacy reasons. But I will show without showing anything on my credit card information that the money's in. Gotta make this credible, not some bullshit. Alright, I didn't mean my camera. Not my camera. My fucking phone. The not. Dude, I can't speak for shit. Didn't mean for my microphone to cover my phone there. That's completely by accident, unless it was a habit. I sometimes lower it by habit. Um, he just said my dad just said he's gonna transfer it now, and I'll make sure to click the app. I'm just gonna wait a couple minutes. You know, I just gotta be patient about it. Um, so yeah. Doot boop. Doot doot. Doot doot doot. I'm gonna check again. Actually, no. Just give him a. Oh God, I'm so. Dude. Let me go take my meds, my ADHD meds and shit. My brain is hyper right now. All right, I am back. It looks like I got a text from my dad. All right, he transferred the money. I'm gonna say thank you and love you, cause you know he's my dad. He saved my life multiple times. He adopted me many years ago, and saved me from a horrible family. Um, except for you, Zane, and Clayton and Serenity and my siblings. I love you all, and I hope you're staying good and stay safe out there, my fam. I was sorry about my parents, my biological parents. Ooh. Thank you and I love you. Okay. And then I'm gonna show that it's, you know, oh, the fact that they call me before the cell reps even in, fucking abysmal. Yep. Without showing too much. God damn it. I wish there was like a way to like deactivate shit and all that, but as you can see, sorry for shitty camera and shit. You can see that it's over. So yeah, that's in. Now to call again and to showcase again the timestamps. The number that says 8:20 at 8 a.m. 21. The Webster, New York number, that's LA. They called me, woke my ass up in the middle of the morning. Well, to be fair, that was basically me sleeping in because I'm taking new nighttime meds and whew, that put me out like a nightlight and thank God because I've been losing sleep. And then I called them again at 8:45, and that's when. Sorry, I'll show it a little bit closer. I'm gonna have to get a new camera at some point when I'm working on getting my CDL. 8:45 a.m. And as you can see, I called there and all that. So we're calling again. If this goes badly, they're being recorded. And that's free content to me. And if this can go to if anyone can get this video out to most critical, if it goes that bad, that'd be great. Cause cause he went over that video with the whole spectrum in Florida, which I've honestly heard and I've seen that it's not great for some people. It's been good for me. Um, I think, but yeah, I agree that that shit was bullshit. I don't know what that fucking cell rep's problem was. All that woman wanted to do was cancel because it's shitty. Because I'll agree. Because they even have these like poster up signs that you'd see like if, like those signs that are like house for sale. Um, they have those, and it says like Spectrum is supported in in this area. Meaning if you got Spectrum in an area that's not supported, you're gonna have a horrible time, and that's not good. We luckily do over where I'm at, which is right on the lake. Won't say because privacy. I mean, most people IRL know who I am. Um, that I know. Which I'm not too bothered by. If they get into my house, I can always call the cops, unless it's my homies. But anyways, yeah, sorry for sidetracking again. ADHD, brr. Anyways, let's do this. If this goes bad, they're free content for me. And I also I'm sorry, I haven't uploaded in a while. I've been busy. Wow. Can I get a sales rep? Yes, I'd like to cancel it. Because I got a call at 8:45 in the morning, and then I tried calling, or not 8:05, 8:21 in the morning. I called at 8:45, and I was told that there was no sales rep until 9 a.m. All right. It should be 315-576-5596. Yep. Yep, I have the money now, so it should go through. Yep. I had to give him my card information. That's why I muted. Yes. I don't plan on coming back. Can you cancel it? I don't plan on coming back. Can you cancel it? I'm barely going. All right. So I shouldn't get another billing, right? All right. Thank you. Yeah. My reasons are, and I didn't want to say this on the phone because that's not their business, and it's more of my business. And I've been also, this isn't really important, so you can skip over this part. I'm gonna say it again. You can skip over this part if it's not important to you. This is just more of a personal thing. The thing is, since it's gonna be noticeable in a couple years or whatever, how long it takes. Surprise, I guess. I am going through transition. I am going from male to female, and as you know, there are a lot of yes, some trans are pedophiles. They're really creepy people. However, that's a minority in every community. I want this to be aware that every community has a pedophile problem. Christianity, literal cults, like you get what I mean. You get the gist. And you know what they fucking said when they were giving me this when I was first visiting, which I didn't have to do, by the way. I didn't have to subscribe at the time. It's just I was being stupid, all right? I'll admit. This is on me. Ah, this part, yeah. They said we don't have any neutral bathrooms, and we can let you use the kids' bathroom. So as you know, a lot of trans folks like to assume every trans is a pedophile, which I am not. I don't like kids. I very much dislike kids. You have seen me bully kids even a little bit on in my content videos, which I'll then obviously will go back after my video content's done to make sure they're okay and make sure that I talk to their parents to say, hey, if they feel bad, you can blame me and all that because I take responsibility if I traumatize anyone. Because goddamn, can I swear? I mean, this channel is not meant for kids, obviously. I mean, you can look out through all my videos. And anyways, I didn't like that because I would like a neutral bathroom or a bathroom specific for trans people. No, this is not a transphobic thing. It's just even my at the hospital Trillium that I go to, they even said that most trans people, most he said or they she said, sorry, um, is that most of them don't remove their private parts, their penis. And besides, it doesn't even matter of that fact. We have a male pelvis, right? And we still have some of that male instinct in us, right? So I think it's kind of pervy for a trans to go into a female's bathroom. Yes, we have transitioned to female, but that doesn't make us fully female. There's a reason why we're called trans, for fuck's sake. This is just science. This is not me being goddamn transphobic. This is also me being, logical. So cool your hormones. Even I have a hormone confliction right now, but at least I have my logistic side. I'm not going insane. Um, and so yeah, my personal belief is I'd like a neutral bathroom for trans because like I think that's just reasonable, and I don't want to make people uncomfortable. And because I'm uncomfortable going to a fucking female's bathroom personally. I'm very uncomfortable. So, and I'm super uncomfortable and pissed off that they even suggested a kid's bathroom in the first place. Like, goddamn, are you living under a rock? Ugh. Rent aside, that went well. I was really worried this was gonna be a goddamn, argument. Like, why do you want to cancel? Why do you want to cancel? And honestly, I hope that guy gets a raise because he sounded miserable. He sounded very miserable, and I hope he gets a raise because honestly, he did a really good job. He did his, he politely asked, he politely asked, that it's like, hey, if you want to come back a year, and then, me, so when I'm certain of something, I get into that tone. It's a bit, a bit uh, harsh, but that's just me being wanna be affirmative. To explain, I just wanna be affirmative. That I don't wanna come back, and the reason for that is one, I don't really go to that gym a lot. The price is just too much for me. It was $69, which is, that's expensive for someone like me who doesn't really go. If I was going constantly, I would go, and if I knew for sure that my SSID was safe, which it's currently not because I don't really pay attention to the politics. But I remember hearing something about like Trump wanting to wants to remove the SSID for people, and honestly, I think he's not right on that. I think it's a bad choice because there are some people trying to get a job with their SSID. Don't get me wrong. I think the people who gave up and aren't even trying to get a job, unless you're actually like mentally disabled that you can't think like right from wrong, then yeah, that SSID is important. But for people like me who can think right from wrong, can actually get a job and just give up and try not to get a job, yeah, remove that. And that goes for me too. But the thing is I'm also trying to get a job. I've been working with Arkwing Access VR. Um, I'm not gonna pull all the documents because it has some privacy and security shit. You know, voice crack. Anyways, um honestly, I feel like a fucking Karen at this, because of this whole video, and an asshole at that. So I'm sorry. I was just really worried because the fact he called me at 8:21 in the morning, and I showed the fucking receipts. Okay, but honestly, that guy was reasonable, and I hope he gets a raise. Like, dude, he needs a raise. Also, they don't have a lot of staff there, which is concerning. But that wasn't. But my main reason wasn't just that. The main reason was I wasn't going a lot, and it was too. For someone who's not going a lot, I'm not gonna pay $69 because that's not worth it, and I don't have a job. I am working on it though. Like I said, I'm working with Access VR. I'm working with Wayne Arc. Those help with people with special needs because I have autism and ADHD, and I won't go on to that because that just sounds like a fucking pick me move. No offense. I've been voice cracking a lot because I haven't had water. Let me drink because I've been talking like a yapper. I yap a lot. Ah, God. Hydration. All right, where was I? Right. Um, honestly, if they had a neutral bathroom, I would go more constantly, but and also, it's where I'm up in, well, I can say the state for fuck's sake. New York, and if you're in New York, um, you know how snowy it gets up here in the north. I'm not sure how it is in the south. If y'all don't got snow, man, that's cool. My fucking headphones just turned off because there was no audio going through it, like music and shit. But that don't matter, I don't think. But I'm gonna turn it back on in case it affects my fucking shit, which I doubt it will. God, as you can see, I sidetrack a lot. But yeah, those were my main points. Is I don't go there a lot, and that's it. The price is too much for someone who doesn't go a lot, and I don't have a job right now, but I have been going through the programs. Another thing is, which is great news. I've quit smoking and I've quit drinking, and it's been 2 to 3 weeks now. I think 2 weeks and a half would be more accurate. And the reason for that is I want to get my Class A CDL. I want to be a truck driver. Because I have the body for it. That's actually why I also went to the gym just to, also, make my body more ready for it because it can be dangerous. You could die if you don't have the right body. If you're scrawny and can't lift fucking 50 pounds, that ain't good. And yeah, I have good leg strength. It's really my arms are like fucking noodles. Wrong arm. Because you can't really see my other one. They're fucking noodle arms, and I want to get some muscles in there. So that I can, because I have great lower body strength. Another thing is I have horrible balance because I'm a late bloomer, and apparently that fucked up my lower abdomen core. So it actually explains why I'm such a klutzy fuck, and I fucking trip over myself all the time. Because I went from like fucking 4'11" to 5'11", and I'm now 6.5 foot. Um, so yeah, I guess yeah. So I've been doing planks and all that to help with my abdomen, work on my glutes. That will help with my core, so I don't fucking fall over and get myself killed accidentally by a bunch of packages or whatever. I don't know what the full gist of it is. But and honestly, the people there are great. The people there are great. It was just that first call I got, it was a little sus, man. You see, and that second call that I called back was a different man, and it made it even more sus. It made it very sus because he sounded like he had a fucking attitude. And he was like, "I'm gonna need a sales rep." And I was like, "Oh god, yeah, don't call me at fucking 8:20 in the morning if you don't got a goddamn sales rep in the first place, man." And also the fact that I don't even know if that guy was a sales rep, but the fact that he was able to do it, and if he's not a sales rep, bro, promote him, promote him. God's a saint. The dude's a saint. He was very patient with me, and I was as patient as I could be because it's not really an excuse, but it explains where I'm at. My hormones are conflicting a little bit because I've been lowering my testosterone to, fill in the estrogen and all that. But that's not important. But yeah, this is more both a precaution in case I was gonna get into a fucking jammer and an argument, and a life update, I guess. Cause yeah, I'm transitioning to female. It's been going good so far. And I got new meds for my sleep because honestly, it reactivated some memories that I don't want to go through. And I'm getting counseling, because men's health or female's health. I don't know what the fucking label it. It's complicated. Because yeah, I may be transitioning, but I have the male brain. But I'm still technically male because of genetics and fucking science. Like use your brain. Yes, I'm like, yeah, I'll have boobs and shit, but you still have like parts that are male that are gonna make your brain influence more male. And plus the fact that I've been male for 24 fucking years, I think the male way of thinking is gonna stay there even if you transfer to female. Because like that's just the brain chemistry, bro. That's just how it works. I think and you can't really just suddenly think like a goddamn woman. You can change your voice all you want, like oh my god, but like yeah, y- y- just because you go from male to female doesn't, I don't think, gives me or any trans the right to switch bathrooms. Because one, I that makes them uncomfortable, and I don't like making people uncomfortable, and it makes me uncomfortable because they're uncomfortable, and I like to get along with everybody as best as I can. If not, then, that's just not everybody's gonna like you, man, and that's okay. That's why you get your homies. My family and friends are so supportive of me, and I'm happy. Um, wow, this video went longer than I thought. 30 fucking minutes. I ain't trimmed to this for shit. So you don't want to watch all of it, dude? I fucking understand this. I'm a yapper. I'm sorry. I love to yap. But yeah. And if you think I'm transphobic for the way I think, you know what? Then go ahead, call me that. But the thing is, you don't matter to me. You matter to someone else. You matter to your family and your friends, but to me, you don't matter unless you're, my friends and family or my, communities. My Discord community. And my subscribers, they matter to me because they help this channel. But if you're gonna think I'm transphobic, then unsubscribe. You know, no one wants to deal with that. I'm just thinking what I think is right, and if that's wrong, then you know what? That's for you to think. That's why we do debates. Not that fucking stupid shit where it's just arguments. No, an actual debate and conversation where you don't need to yell at each other. All you have to do is just talk and you're allowed to have your own opinion. And this is my opinion. I think trans should have neutral bathrooms because personally, I don't want to make uh people uncomfortable, and I feel uncomfortable going to an opposite gender bathroom. Because, yeah, I may be transitioning, but I still I have the male mindset for 24 years, and that's kind of permanent. You can't you can't just change your brain chemistry like that. Unless it is possible, then I don't know that, then I don't know. I'm hard headed, I guess, which I've always been. I'm a very stubborn person. Got that I literally in my ancestry. Um Scottish and Irish. And I've been mostly raised by an Irish family here in New York, who are all, by the way, 100% Irish. It honestly makes sense why I'm so loud when I get excited and shit. Like, yeah. Yeah. Thank God I live in an old people neighborhood, and also that they're not around much. Because I do feel bad when if I make them hear my voice at yelling. But yeah, I've quit smoking, pot and everything. I've quit drinking so that I can get my work on getting my CDL. I'm going through the CDL Academy. Um, won't say where for privacy reasons. Um, so I need a quick hydrate. Throat was getting dry. What else? And I'm going for Class A for CDL because honestly, I love driving. That's why I did Uber and DoorDash for a bit until it was cost effective. And I was more spending money on gas than I was getting paid. Um, but I mean, I will still use those as like a quick cash grab, once I get my CDL and actually get a job and start going through the states and shit. Because, I might see some pretty sights too. And driving has always been a way for me to calm my brain. Not speed driving, by the way, like a goddamn racer, like that casual drive, sightseeing, just enjoying life on the road. Like Dean Winchester. Ah, my dude, goated. If you haven't watched Supernatural, now's the fucking time. Especially when the trio is gonna be in The Boys. Let's get it! I'm making this video way too long, and I'll see y'all in the next video. How I'm thinking of going live later today. Um, just like a chill live stream, maybe play some Spider-Man because I love that game, bro. I love Spider-Man. But yeah, see you guys, and see you in the next video or live stream.